Hey guys, it's John Todd from Total Brohammer here, and today we're talking about Wulfrik and Wulfrik's burning head. That's right, we're talking about Wulfrik. He's been kissed by fire here. His head's on fire, not to mention some, that phrase has some other meanings too. But you know what? Wulfrik is a baller, and he doesn't care about that stuff. He's getting in there, and he's getting it, burning head or not. Alright, so let's go over some army compositions. Today we have a battle as the Norskins against the goblins. So let's do it. For my front line, I decided to go with a front line of Marauder champions with great weapons, as well as Marauders in case he brought Black Orcs. I've also got two Norscan Ice Trolls who are just waddling along here, looking quite strange, walking like that, to be quite honest. Also to help deal with Black Orcs, I can't see any of these goblins right now, so I'm out here doing some scouting with my Norscan Warhounds. Not too worried about the Archer Fire. That's a low value unit. The scouting will probably be useful here. I need to see what his front line is going to be. I have two Marauder Hunters with Javelins to take care of any large that he may have. I've also got the Maws of Savagery, who I'm leaving back here because I'm bad. So the Maws of Savagery are pretty good. They'll be good against the Greenskins. They have regeneration, they have anti-large, they have armor piercing, a bunch of good stuff going on for them. They have Frenzy, they're immune to Psychology, they have a physical resistance. Oh my gosh, these guys cause fear, Vanguard deployment, so a lot to like with these guys right here. And what's that? What's going down on them right now? That's their regeneration, okay. But, ton to like about them. If your opponent does not have fire damage, then almost a must pick, I think. Well, not necessarily. For my lord, I have Wulfrik the Wanderer on a chariot here, as the Greenskins are known to go very, sorry, this is Wulfrik. Go very, what's the word I'm looking for? Infantry heavy. I've also got a Sorcerer of Fire on a chariot, and right here I've got the Burning Head, and also Piercing Bolts of Burning. So I was expecting Biggins or Black Orcs, but my opponent actually decided to go with all Goblins, which was pretty cool. We'll see how it actually works out for him, though. So, onto my opponent's army. He's got the Death Creepers and the Mage Marauders. He's also got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Nasty Skulkers, expecting some armor from the Norskins here. And he was indeed right. I did bring a core of Marauder Champions here. Great weapons. He's got two Arachnarok Spiders, which I think is not the best choice against Norsca, because Norsca has a lot of tools, especially these Javelins, do really, really good against large, even if they are armored, so not sure I like the Arachnarok Spider pick. He's also got the 2 Regiment of Renowned Night Goblins, the Warlord's Boys, and this unbreakable one called the Apic Loonies, I believe, though their unit card is messed up and it does not give them the right name here. So I'm just been doing a little scouting with my Norscan Warhound. He's been doing a little bit of skirmishing here. For his backline, he's got 2 Night Goblin Archers as well as the Rusty Arrows, and he's actually got 2 Goblin Big Bosses on Spiders as well as a Night Goblin War Boss on foot. So a very interesting build here from my opponent. And generally, based on what I've tried so far, I've found that the Greenskins have a very good matchup against Norsca, but Goblins I don't think is going to work that great. So as you can see, I pulled back here. I want to get a more straight line engagement, although I am going to get my charge bonuses off. So, why would I want a more straight line engagement? Well, because Wulfrik has to get his burning head in here, not to mention his sea fangs. So, the Norskins got to share their burning head with the world. You know, they're not really into protection as you would expect. And I'm not, look at that, they're absolutely decimated already. I'm not too worried about the friendly fire on the Marauder Champions as they have heavy armor. However, it is doing a lot of damage to my Norscan Ice Trolls, so look at that. So almost instantly, with the sea fang and the burning head, his front line is absolutely correct. These Marauder Hunters with Javelins are going to start throwing into the Arachnarok Spider. These guys actually have anti-large on their missile attacks, which is pretty rare in Warhammer. 15, so they're going to be doing a lot of damage to this spider here. And as you can see, this spider's morale is almost gone already, just because of how much damage it's taking. You know, and just because of the giant loss of infantry here, so that spider is taking a lot of damage and going down very fast. So I do see this Night Goblin firing squad back here. Back here I actually had my Norscan Warhounds feasting on the Mogres Mage Marauders, but he's going to pull his Warlord's Boys to intercept here. Over here I got the Maws of Savagery working on this Arachnarok Spider, and these Marauders are working on these nasty Skulkers here. But those wind spells just absolutely wrecked my opponent. These two Norscan Ice Trolls here are going to try to deal with the Hero Squad as the wall goes down. So back here I'm going to be pulling my Hounds away. They don't have very good morale, so they are running. I'm going to be just trying to run over all these ranged units over here. Going to drop a Piercing Bolts of Burning. We'll see if that hits there. Over here, the Ice Trolls are having no problems with my opponent here. This Spider is going to come back, unfortunately, and my opponent wisely is going to move these Death Creepers into melee with these Marauder Hunters with Javelins. I am going to try and intercept with these Marauder Champions. So back here, we have the Shaman, Sorcerer of Fire, my Hounds, and Wulfrik just going around getting into these Night Goblins. As you can see, we're doing a ton of damage to them, so all good stuff there. I am going to pop another Burning Head here, so, you know, oh man. Just no protection. Look at that. Absolutely roasted. So Burning Head, fantastic against Goblins. Alright, and my plan if he had brought in Black Orcs was to use that against the Gobbo firing line. So he is going to get into melee with my Marauder Hunters with Javelins, who are suffering very heavily. They have done a ton of damage to the Ragnarok Spider, but we gotta get away from these Death Creepers over here. Over here, these Nasty Skulkers actually beat my Marauders. So with the support of the Nasty Skulkers, we're actually doing very badly against the Arachnarch Spider. So I'm going to have to pull some Norscan Ice Trolls over here and retreat my Mauls of Savagery to come kind of help this fight out over here. Back here, I saw that he was going to overextend my Marauder Champions, so I'm just going to pull them back here so they don't get surrounded and shot up. Try to save them as much as I can. I'm going to send Wulfrik over here after the Arachnarch Spider and pop his Sword of Torvald, because we need to take care of this guy, and now you can see he's really being chunked down. Over here, the Mauls of Savagery are doing okay. We finally terrified off those Death Creepers, or I guess feared off those Death Creepers with the fear of the Mauls of Savagery being nearby, which has given my Javelins free fire onto the Arachnarch Queen, which is doing very well here. As you can see, I got most of my Marauders out here, though they did take some heavy casualties. The Night Goblin War Boss is being surprisingly sturdy here, and he is going to get us surrounded on the Warlord's boys. But his War Boss actually does break, and here comes Wulfrik, just coming in with the Chariot. Oh, and here comes another Burning Head here. So another Burning Head just absolutely destroying. Oh my gosh. Wulfrik, come on, man. Oh my, Wulfrik is just not a nice person. So his Death Creepers have come back after we routed off the Ragnarok Queen. Sorry, not the Queen, but the regular Ragnarok. And now we're taking care of these Death Creepers. Mauls of Savagery, we're chasing off the other Ragnarok Queen. And man, those wind spells were just absolutely brutal. So let's look at the in-battle screen here. Look at that. 141 kills on Wulfrik the Wanderer. 223 kills on the Shaman Sorcerer of Fire. Marauders did okay. The Marauder Champions obviously did really good against the Goblins. And the Javelins were very useful as well. Trolls didn't end up being that useful, just because there wasn't too much to use them on. And the Mauls of Savagery, I gotta say, those Nasty Skulkers were putting a real beating on them with the Arachnarok. So I was kind of surprised about that. But let's see how my opponent did here. So nothing in particular getting very many kills here. But man, those wind spells. So Wulfrik and the Sorcerer of Fire, kissed by fire, both of them. Look at this. Look at these two guys. Kissed by fire, brothers in arms, brothers of the wind spell. Alright guys, so that's going to be all for this one. A very good game to Skavos here. Hope to see you again on ladder. And this is Jonathan for Total Brohammer, signing out.